Hi guys, it's Amy with Aim to Plan, and today I'm back with another video in my little mini series on setting up for the academic year. And so this video is really walking you through an addition that I've had. So this video is going to be super simple, super quick. I'm really just kind of be talking you through some of the things that I've added to this planner right here. And actually, it's not even a planner. So let me go ahead and just give you the backstory here. I went to my office and, like pulled out my planner and kind of got it set up and put it on my desk. I was like, like here it is, my entire academic year. It ended up staying on the classic white discs that the planner came on. I put it in a big deluxe cover. It looks great on my desk. I'm super excited about that. And then I realized that I teach a night class. And one of the things that is a little bit different for me, I am not in a classroom. I'm a college professor. And so I actually have my office and then I have to move to classrooms in order to teach my classes. And one of the things that I realized as I was kind of setting up for the fall semester is that with a night class, I don't actually want to leave my office, lock up my office, go teach the night class, and then come back late at night to my office in order to drop off my planner. So I need to be able to create a system where I have something that's a little bit more portable. I can leave it in the car and just kind of take it to the office the next morning. But I didn't want to be traveling at night through campus. Even though our campus is safe, it's just a safety concern for me to, just go back to the office just to drop off my planner, if that makes sense. It just seems like it's inefficient and it just seems like, less safe. With all that being said, then what I decided to do was create this little notebook. And so this notebook is actually just some mini discs that I had. And this cover is the cover that I actually used last year for my planner. It's this Bloom with Grace cover right here. And I just flipped it inside out just because I thought the color matched really well with these discs. And so what I decided to do was for my big deluxe cover with the planner in it, I left only the 12 months that I had redated. And so if you're interested in seeing that, I'll go ahead and link the previous videos where I set up that system. And in the previous videos, I had towards the back of that planner all of my notes sections and different dividers that I had kind of pulled out so that way I could have it like just a section in the back for that. And one, it made the planner very full, and two, it just made it very bulky to carry. And so I did want it to leave just the planner and have the planner be permanently at my desk. And so this is the kind of update, the addition, so that way I could solve all of these problems that I just kind of ran into even before the semester started. And so this actually houses the planners, or sorry, not the planners, the notes that I had from the end of my planner. It just ended up like only in my planner only has like all the like planner pages, the weekly pages and the monthly pages, and then all the notes ended up in here. So let's just go ahead and flip through this. Again, this will be very quick and easy. There's no real updates to it. I just added things to it. So I added the cover, I added the discs, and just kind of created this little notebook. And then these sections remain the same. So this very first section was going to be my section for like calendar. And so because this is going to be a portable system, what I decided to do was go ahead and move in these pages, which I was going to just toss once I like moved this information to my monthly spread. But because I needed a portable system, I went ahead and put them in here so that way I would have these pages just to jot down any dates in the future that I needed. And so that works out well. I have those pages in here. So this is the first section. It's just kind of like this portable calendar. All of this information also lives in my planner, which sits on my desk. And so it will, like, when I get back to my office, I just take the information from here and transfer it to my desk planner. And so that's the first section. The second section is still empty. Again, this is kind of where the system came into play. Was I started working on syllabi, realized one of my classes was at night, and I didn't want to like go back to my office just to drop off my planner. So this is where syllabi live. That whole story was just to say this is where my syllabi will live. I actually don't plan to print out the entire syllabus for each of my classes. I'm just printing out like the big dates, so that way I can track dates for when students ask me like when the next exam is. I have a place to reference it. And so again, this will be something that's portable. I will have the full syllabus on my computer, obviously, and I can reference that at any point. But here, this is just for me to be able to carry it into the classroom. So when students ask me questions about it, I will have the answer for them right here in this notebook. This third section is the section that I have for checklists, and this is an old teacher divider, which I just use in the spot. And I was thinking about like changing it up and like, you know, making the pages match, but it honestly doesn't even bother me. What I'm gonna do is the first couple of weeks, I'll be just printing out my rosters for my classes and checking it off each day, and then once our census day happens and like the syllabi and the not the syllabi, the rosters are locked in stone, then I'll just take all those pages and make note of like the students in the class and go ahead and like backtrack and like mark the dates and things like that. But what I use these for is basically to track attendance for each of my classes, as well as doing advising and some work habit tracking. And again, I still have plans to do one more video related to setting up this habit tracker. And now that I have this notebook is going to be traveling back and forth with me. It will be one that gets put in my car at least once a week. And it might come home a little bit more often with me, but this is light enough that I can carry this. It's not quite as heavy as like the full 12 months of planning plus the big deluxe cover. And so this is much more portable for me. And so I'll probably do the video actually closer to the end of August. That's the plan, to kind of set this up. Or maybe I'll just do it a little bit earlier, since this is going to be coming back and forth. I have a little bit more time to kind of like think about when I'll put it in the filming schedule. And so this is going to be, again, like just habits, attendance logs, that kind of thing for my work. This fourth section is going to be for notes. I already have notes in here, so I'm trying to flip through some of that. I have a bunch of like old pages, like old like monthly layout pages and like these daily task lists that I haven't used yet, so I stuck these in here. And so there's a bunch of that, but then also towards the back, I thought towards the back at some point, no, I guess I didn't put it in here. I need to add some filler paper. So I just need filler paper in here to be able to just write things down. And so I'm sticking that in here. One other thing that I have in this section is this folder. And so I have the folder set where it splits up like the old like planner pages that I haven't used yet, and notes that I've already written, and the notes or like the blank notes pages that I haven't written on yet. And I just need to add a couple more pages. I just feel more comfortable with more pages. And I have the room in here now that it's its own notebook. And so I have 3 dividers here. So these dividers came from an old Happy Notes. I honestly don't remember which Happy Notes they came from. But this divider, one of the sections earlier that I had prior to was actually this first section, I think, was the section where I was putting the memory keeping pages. And because I have these extra dividers, I went ahead and put them in here, and I added the memory keeping pages here. What I did was pull a set of like the 10 pages. It's one complete set before it starts repeating again. And what I'm going to be using these pages for is for the fall semester, I'm going to attempt to try to keep track of like the different milestone events for work that I am doing in terms of not just teaching, but like advising or like big professional development type things that I'm doing, and going ahead and making note of like having photos and making note of those things, so that way when I go up for promotion again, I'll have at least documentation of where these kind of milestones are and where I can like reference that material in one spot, instead of trying to dig through everything that I have for the past 6 years to try to find that information. And so I'm going to try this for fall semester. Hopefully that works. If you're a college professor or like applying for tenure or like promotion, do you have any tips? Like if you do, please do let me know. For our university, we have to turn everything in digitally, but like it's basically a Word document that gets converted to PDF. So it's a little bit tricky. So anyway, I'm going to attempt to do this just to have my own personal record for where I'm going to find information. This is not what I'm going to be turning in, but it will at least tell me where I can find this information. So that way when I sit down to put together my package, I have all this information in one place. And so that's pretty much it. Just to quickly flip through this set of pages, that's the first one, let the memories begin. And then some places for photos, places for notes, again, journaling, more photos here, and then a large 5x7 here. This is just like a blank page, dot grid page, and then some like Polaroid type photos, and then like just more journaling pages. You can probably put photos here, photos, like blank pages here, lined, dot grid, and then lined. And then this very last page is just kind of a sketch page. So that's pretty much it. These last two are just the dividers that came with the Happy Notes, like this first Happy Notes divider. And so I went ahead and put these other two just in case I want to split it up a little bit more, but it's pretty much blank. And so that's what I've got in here. And you can see it's still got a little bit of room to grow. I'm hoping it doesn't grow too much more than this. Things from here will be moved into my planner as soon as I don't need to use it. And so I'm hoping in here to only keep the things that I would reference on a weekly basis. And so that's the goal with this little addition to my teacher lineup. And so I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't done so already, subscribe to my channel. And until the next video, bye guys.